During our recent trip to Rome, one of the places that we spent quite a bit of time was the Vatican. Now, this is one of the most historic places that you can go, and between St. Peter's Cathedral, St. Peter's Square, the Vatican museums, all of the paintings, the sculptures, and everything else, this was obviously a must-do site. So, in no particular order, let's check out this amazing place. Throughout this video, we're going to show lots of pictures and lots of video clips, and they're going to be randomly from the Vatican Museum, St. Peter's Basilica, and the surrounding area.
Here we are at the Vatican.
So we are here at St. Peter's, and we're just getting ready to go do our basilica and climb the dome tour. And we're here a little before it opens at 8:30, and we're here a little bit, 20 minutes early. So there's not a big crowd, so hopefully this bodes well for the day. So this is looking down at the gardens in the Vatican, and the entire Vatican City is 44 acres, and half of that is contained here in the gardens. The remainder is with the Basilica and the Vatican museums. So, smallest country in the world.
A few hours later.
So the entrance to the Basilica is up there, and you can see the line stretches out around and around and around and around and around and around and around. So I'm glad we came early so we didn't have to stand in that line. I bet it's at least an hour plus, maybe 2 hours. So this painting behind me shows the crowning of Charlemagne. So if you're interested about that, you can check it out. And I think next we're going to go into the Sistine Chapel, and we can't take any photos there. So probably see you after that. So we just finished our tour of the Vatican Museum and the Sistine Chapel.
And boy, was it a lot of, I mean, I don't know how you could ever possibly see everything here.
Yeah, it's like drinking from a fire hose. There's just so much. And we had a guided tour, and you had little headphones that you put, earpiece that you put on so you could hear our tour guide. And that was helpful, but
There's so many people
there's just
here.
so much going
and so
on.
many tour guides.
Yeah, it was a total crush of humanity.
It was. And you've got all this beautiful artwork and everything. It's not just art. There's statues. There's just stuff.
Yeah,
And
there's a
so
lot.
it's incredible.
So there's a little kind of a park area right in the middle of the compound. It's not, I don't think it's necessarily the gardens, but it's just, let me just stand up and I'll pan around,
Okay.
and we can just take a look at where we're at right now. So if we look, you can see we're kind of got some trees and grass, the museum over there, and the museum just goes on and on and on. But anyway, this is a pretty location.
And at the end, you go into the Sistine Chapel, and it's amazing. And they want you to kind of be quiet and reverent. And, got to remember when you come here, your knees and shoulders need to be covered.
Right, and I've got my hat on, but in the Vatican, in the Sistine Chapel, excuse me, you take off your hat. You're supposed to be quiet. We probably weren't as quiet as we could be or should be, but every once in a while they'd come on and they'd announce to be quiet, and that would last for about 15 seconds. Then the noise level just went up and up, and then a couple of the docents or whatever they are, the tour people, shh, 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 which was appropriate.
But and
Yeah.
it's not like you're being loud, but there's so many people in there, everyone talking a little bit. It gets kind of loud.
Yeah,
But it's a beautiful space. The everything they have here is just amazing.
yeah,
The history, it's incredible.
yeah. The history, all the artwork. The artwork is amazing, and it's nice that people are able to go in and see it, because I think for a long time you had certain people that kind of hoarded that kind of stuff all to themselves and they didn't share it.
I think you'd really enjoy coming here.
Yeah, but the museum is fantastic. The artwork, if you're into art in any form, this is great. And I think we're going to get overloaded with good art
Yes, we
to
are.
all the places that we're going to go this week. But that's okay. The tour was, I think it was fine. We had booked it directly through the Vatican, and so it wasn't overly expensive.
But you can get private tours that some people like better.
Yeah.
But this was great for us. We
Yeah,
liked it.
there were only 10 people in our tour group, so it was, in my mind, it was very manageable. If there weren't, thousands of other people, in the same room. Anyway, it's definitely a must-do thing, but just be comfortable with crowds and everything.
I mean, Vatican City is the smallest city-state there is, smallest
Country
there
Yeah.
is. And so, you don't want to miss this. It's great.
Anyway,
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the road.